Manhattan Legal Services has been around for almost 50 years, and we help people with legal cases that go to the core necessities of life.
You are really seeing an increase in the number of people who are facing eviction in New York City. We have a lot of low-income people who are being pushed out of homes that they've been in for 20, 30, 40 years because now landlords can make a lot of money on these apartments if they force people out. And so we work to protect their homes.
Legal processes are difficult, and so many clients in all types of courts and venues, and not only just immigration, but in housing court and in other venues, are unrepresented. And their outcomes are not good. When you have an attorney representing you, your chances of getting what it is that you're seeking are much greater.
Michael is a person very important for me. He's a great man. He's wonderful. For me, it's very important. He's my support.
We were really excited about starting our life together, and there were a lot of hurdles. I didn't realize how hard it was.
Our client, Michael, who's a U.S. citizen, was planning to marry his fiancée at the time, Hidman, who's from Colombia, and they wanted to make sure that Hidman got legal status so that he can stay in the country.
The process was a little difficult. I needed to learn how to apply for the application, go to the interview, how to prepare myself to be able to marry him and for him to be able to get residency. I didn't have the tools at all to do it on my own, so that's the reason why I went to Manhattan Legal Services.
And clearly they'd suffered discrimination and mistreatment because of their sexual orientation, and this meant a lot to them. This was a time in their lives that was a really happy time, being married and being able to do something they didn't think they'd be able to do in their lives.
The interview went very well. He's received his residency less than 3-4 months ago. I'm extremely grateful to Manhattan Legal Services. It's a great thing because he has his family in Colombia. Now he's able to see his mom. He hasn't seen his mom and his dad in more than 3.5 years. We are extremely happy.
Most of our clients don't even know the rights that they're entitled to. They don't know that they don't have to suffer discrimination in the workplace. They don't know that if they're sick, they're entitled to get at least 5 days of paid sick time. And if they need to go out on leave, that they can go out on leave and they have a job to come back to.
Yo no estaba trabajando 7 días, estaba trabajando por lo menos 9 o 10 días a la semana. ¿Por qué digo esto? Porque cada vez que se presentaba una emergencia, nosotros la teníamos a cualquier hora. Nosotros no teníamos que ver que fuera cualquier día. Le dábamos el servicio al building. Por eso, muchos TENA.
They were hired by a very well-known company in this town. And they were basically told that we're only going to pay one of you. And you decide who we're going to pay, and it's going to be a 2-for-1 deal. And they did that for a number of years. And they never really complained because that's what happens often. Low-wage workers really don't know their rights. They didn't know that they were both entitled to get paid. They just shared that paltry paycheck.
Ellos fue que nos obligaron a nosotros a esto, porque ellos fue lo que crearon esa cosa de no estarnos pagando lo correcto. Nosotros vinimos aquí y entonces esta gente aquí fueron como si fuera la segunda, un ángel.
Mi hermano y yo nos sentimos muy feliz haber ganado esos $80,000 porque nos sirven para muchísimas cosas que no tenemos, y gracias a este centro nos sentimos feliz y agradecidos.
If we hadn't been there to help them, they would have never gotten the wages that they were owed. And without it, they wouldn't have had justice. And justice is getting paid for your work.
Si no hubiera sido por ley de servicio, a esta hora a lo mejor hubiera estado en un chete o en la calle y sabrá Dios a dónde, rodando. Pero le agradecemos a esta gente que nos acogieron a nosotros y nos dieron el servicio como se merece, y gracias a la ley de servicio.
There are far greater numbers of people walking through our doors in need of services than we're able to actually provide services for. Pro bono plays a very important role in helping us fill that gap and provide representation for people who have meritorious cases.
It is in all of our interest that we have a justice system that everyone can participate fully in. And low-income people only can participate fully in the justice system if they have the same legal services that other people can pay for. Without your help, we would not be able to do the great work that we are able to do for Manhattan clients and to have such a meaningful impact on the lives of the low-income people we serve.